Hello world, and thank you for joining me for a very special editorial edition of 10 Reasons Why Show. I'm your host, Chad Tommaso. With the presidential election on the horizons, Americans everywhere have been out there cleaning their closet, airing all of the stuff out that has been haunting them over the last 4 years. Last 8 years, if I'm being fair. Issues like immigration, the Affordable Care Act, gay rights, corporate rights, etc. But one other issue has been front and center as well, and has been there really ever since the advent of the modern day presidential campaign. And I'm talking about religion. Now, this seems to be a hot button for a lot of Americans, myself included, but it's also a big hot button for candidates. And the candidates, though some reluctantly answered, were encouraged by applause from the crowd as they proclaimed their allegiance to the Christian God. But should this really matter? I mean, why does religion play such an important role for candidates and voters alike? Here we are in 2015 with the world of science discovering new and fantastic things, shining a light on not only the low-hanging fruit, but the high-hanging fruit as well. We have robots exploring Mars, new Earth-like planets being discovered, and new exotic particles being detected for the first time. But here we are wondering if our candidate, the one that we like, truly believes in a Bronze Age God or not. As a voter myself, I actually wait for the question. I want to see if that candidate squirms or if they stand tall in the face of, dare I say it, adversity. Because let's be clear, every Christian candidate, regardless of how devout they may be, knows they risk becoming the poster child for the secular community. And that secular community is growing. Just in the last 8 years, the percentage of nones, that's the people who don't claim any particular religious affiliation, has skyrocketed. It's gone from 16% in 2007 to 23% in 2015. What does this mean to presidential candidates? It means they have to make a very calculated decision. Do they want to alienate this large population of voters by claiming divine guidance? Or do they keep that part out of the debate? To put this in perspective, there are 3 very powerful lobbyists in the country right now. There's AIPAC, American Israel Public Affairs Committee. There's AARP, that old people organization. And the NRA. Their membership is as follows. AIPAC has approximately 100,000 members with a lot of connections to wealthy individuals and allegedly wealthy governments. AARP has 37 million members. Yes, there's a lot of money there, but participation is somewhat of a rite of passage for most Americans, and they're typically not motivated politically. And lastly, the NRA has over 5 million members. Now, this is a very effective organization with a lot of connections and a lot of legal gusto. Now, just as an experiment, if we were to take all of the nones and put them into one voting block, they would have over 74 million members. Now, I know, not all of them are able to vote at this time. They're not old enough, but the ones that are starting to organize. Just take the Secular Coalition for America. This was the first specifically non-religious group to band together to bring the interests of atheists, agnostics, and humanists to the congressional table. These people are well educated, they have money, but have never had a specific cause to pour their hearts and finances into. This is changing, DC is noticing, and they are calculating. So the religious question. In the past, this was an opportunity for candidates to reassure their constituents that they were of high moral standard, that they have an objective morality that cannot be negotiated. But in the near future, perhaps this presidential election, candidates may be viewing this as a more opportunistic question. Can I get more votes if I keep silent about the subject? Or make it a non-issue to win the secular vote? Sounds weird, doesn't it? But it's happening. I believe this is more of a when scenario rather than an if scenario. So for me, I'm going to keep on watching the presidential candidates, and I'm looking for that question, that religious question. Now, the question's going to undoubtedly come up again and again and again, and that's when I'm going to look. That's when I'll see just how important the God question is to our future president. Thank you for joining me today and listening to a very special editorial episode of 10 Reasons Why Show. Come visit our YouTube channel by just typing in 10 Reasons Why Show, or come visit our official website at 10reasonswhyshow.com. That's the number 10, reasonswhyshow.com. From your host, Chad Tommaso, I am signing off, and I am out of here. Out of here. Did I do that? Out of here.